Hey, it's me. Welcome to my channel. And today we be talking about how much does an electric car cost to maintain versus a gas car. We've had our Tesla for almost 3 years now and we absolutely love it. One of the biggest questions that people have when they are considering switching to electric is how much does it cost to maintain? Are the repairs expensive? Are the tires expensive? So in this video, I wanted to take a deep dive into that question and kind of break it down for you. Now, if you're new here, welcome. Living car camping in an EV and figuring out how to make this work while also having a life, work, and kids. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I want to compare is just a regular old oil change because that is something that people are used to doing with their gas cars. With the Teslas, there is no oil changes. That's one less thing that you have to think about. It's one less thing you have to budget for. And yes, that is a savings. Now, with our last gas car, which was a Ford F-150, we were spending anywhere between $80 to $120. Every time that we had to get an oil change, and we were doing that about every 5,000 miles. Now our Tesla, there's nothing that really compares to an oil change, but there are some little things that do need to be done every so often. I'm going to list those out for you right now. So number one, your brakes. With an electric car, you still have brakes. You still have brake pads, and those do wear down. I would say with our Tesla, we've gotten about 100 to 200 miles of range before we needed to get our brakes changed, and that was both front and back. That's been our experience with our Tesla. Some people have said that they've gotten more, some have gotten less. That's just kind of where we're at. It costs around $140 for the brakes, so that's definitely cheaper than an oil change. The next thing that you'll probably have to replace are your tires. Again, this doesn't exactly compare to anything with a gas car, but we have found that we've had to replace our tires about every 2 to 3 years. So it depends upon how much you drive. If you drive a lot, you might have to replace them more often. A set of tires for our Tesla Model X, which is a bigger vehicle, is about $420 a tire. So that is definitely more expensive than what we paid for tires on our gas car. However, I will say that the tires last longer. You don't have to rotate them, and overall, I think it kind of evens out. The other thing that can be replaced are your windshield wipers, and that is the same as it is with a gas car. They wear down, they need to be replaced. Just like the tires, they're probably about $20, $30 more per wiper. But again, I think it kind of evens out because you don't have to get oil changes anymore. And then the other big question is, what happens if you have a wreck or if you need a bigger repair? Our experience has been that smaller things like replacing a bumper. However, if you do need a bigger repair, like if you have an accident and there's a lot of damage, that can get very expensive. There are some parts that are hard to find for the Tesla. They're not as easy to find, and they're not as easy to get. And that can add to the expense. Overall, though, my husband says that he thinks it's pretty comparable. So with that, I think the best answer to this question is it depends. It depends upon how much you drive. It depends upon how hard you drive. And it depends upon what kind of driving you do. Overall, we have found that it costs less to maintain our Tesla than it did our gas car, mainly because we don't have to get oil changes anymore, and those were getting pretty expensive. Plus, we've saved a ton on gas. I hope that answered your questions. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them for you. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. Do you want to forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified every time we post a new video? And we will see you next week.